Hi guys and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. I'm Farhad. If you're new to this channel then please smash that subscribe button now. And I've been doing recommendations for some time. If it was the Malayalam film Kidam yesterday, then today I am going to be reviewing the long awaited film Joe and Joe, which was recommended by a couple of my subscribers, Rizwan and in particular Chaco. So if you guys are watching this video, then a big thank you to you guys. Thank you so much for recommending this film. And one of the reasons why I was skeptical about this film was that there were mixed reactions. It was some one of my subscribers in fact had said that I couldn't go beyond 15 minutes in this film, so I was a little skeptical on whether I should invest that much amount of time. But at the end of the day, it was a Malayalam film, and Malayalam films come with certain sense of quality to them, and even if it is a not so good Malayalam film, it is much better than any of the other films that I would be watching generally. So with that hope, I decided to watch Joe and Joe, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, it was absolutely wonderful. Uh, it was quite brilliant. It was refreshingly hilarious. So Joe and Joe is actually a story of a siblings, like a brother and a sister who, are usually, they have a go at one another, in terms of banter or things that happen around them, till a love letter enters their home. And then what happens? I think you will have to see the film for that. And this is, I think, a typical Malayalam film, which is a vintage Malayalam film. Reason why I say that is because the story is simple, but the plot is nicely layered. It keeps you engaged. It has a simple premise but a nicely layered plot which will keep you entertained and will make you chuckle throughout. But then at the end of the screenplay, when the things, all the dots are connected, that is the time when, the cat is out of the bag and you are just left laughing. So I think this film, I can totally understand the criticism with this film because the screenplay is a bit of a slow burner. I think you would require a certain amount of time to sit through the screenplay, especially the first probably 15 to 20 minutes. I think it takes time to build that world around it, and to also introduce the main players that are there, the brother, the sister, their parents, and the friends of the brother. I think they all are the main players that are there, and it takes certain amount of time to build that world. When once it is there, then they get to that point where they get the love letter. I think that is when the story just takes off, and I think there's no looking back then. Also, what I really liked was the way they inculcated the pandemic situation within the narrative itself. I think that was something really good. Another positive aspect was that they touched upon a few issues of patriarchy and few issues of patriarchy, and how the son is the apple of the eye and not as much the daughter. But the writers did well to not highlight those points. It was just mentioned as a passing. It wasn't like focused on that. It did not make that the core of the story. The core of the story wasn't that. The core of the story was that love letter and the relationship and the dynamics that the two siblings share with one another. And I absolutely loved it. There were so many moments, some of them were also relatable, though I don't have any siblings, but they were relatable in the sense that how parents react, to their children, when they actually are having a fight amongst themselves, and then when you turn up, you're like, so I want you to study. Something like that had happened in that one scene, which I think the father and the mother were fighting, talking about that whether the daughter should be married off to somebody in Canada, and then this brother was sitting and he just did not even react, and he was told to study out of nowhere. So those were all funny. I think there were the screenplay never really tries to be funny. The situations are such that it will make you chuckle, it will make you smile, and put a smile on your face basically. And some of them are slapstick, some humor is slapstick, but not all of it. And I think it's worked really well. And when the dots connect at the end, I think it was just absolutely hilarious and absolutely worth your time. I think one thing that one of my friends, Nimisha, told me was that one of the reasons why this film is not liked is because, they call the parents names, the children call their parents names. I'm not sure how far that is true because I do not understand Malayalam. So I was watching the film with subtitles, so nothing of that sort came across like that in the subtitles. So let me know in the comment section whether that is one of the reasons why that some of you did not like that film. But coming to the technical aspects, I think the dialogues were, quite funny, quite witty, and they definitely did their part to put a smile on my face. And the music, I think the background music blended perfectly with the setting that was there, and it was never overpowering, and it just, just merged well with the drama. The cinematography was good. I felt the production design was also pretty good. The production value with the use of bold colors, it made the film, it gave the film like a fresh vibe to it, with the bold colors of green and the greenery that was there. It was lovely to, witness. I think director Arun Jose, I think he's done a fantastic job in giving this story a very different treatment. I think this was a different treatment in the sense that it was like a slice of life film, and the humor was, just situational. It was not probably not integrated in the plot. The situations are such that it became funny. So I think that was something that I really like the treatment here of the director. Coming to the performances, I think the performances of the three boys, Melvin, Narlin, and Matthew. I think they all three did a brilliant job. And I think the banter that they had between the three of them, especially that, the bravado scene in which he takes that extra tobacco and, just passes off before even hitting that guy. So that was really hilarious. I really like the dynamics between them. I think even the father's character, who was not patriarchal, I think the actor's name is Johnny Anthony. He did a pretty good job here in the film as well, and he was quietly supporting his daughter also, even when, her mother was not. The mother's character was interesting as well, and her banter with her children was excellent. I think Nikhila Vimal also did a brilliant job. I think she's fabulous to watch, and she, uh, I also enjoyed her chemistry with her brother, her sibling, and on-screen brother, who was Matthew, and I really enjoyed the chemistry between them. So I think this was a nice little package. Once again, thank you to Chaco. He's been constantly following up with me. So thank you so much for recommending this film, and keep the recommendations coming. And if you're liking this video, then please smash that like button. To read my full review of Joe and Joe, detailed review, please visit my site Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below. Let me know what you thought about this film. Also, let me know what other films you would like me to discuss. It need not necessarily be Malayalam. I'm doing a lot of Malayalam films, but it may not necessarily be Malayalam. It can be any language. Please let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, if you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button one last time. It helps a small creator like me. So then until next time, thank you so much.